And even before this case, because I do family and criminal, I really have a niche with domestic violence, like where I have cases where it's a divorce, they've also have a restraining order, they're also been accused of domestic violence, and then you have the case in criminal court with the domestic violence. And what I learned that I think is important, one is that anybody can be a victim. And there's really a lot of judgment out there. Everybody wants to say, well, they could have left. They could have left. They should have left. But what? She has free will. She could leave. There's not a lot of understanding for the psychology of it and really the fact of what goes on when you become a victim of this cycle of violence. And when you ask the question or when you say, well, they should have left, you're placing the blame on someone who's a victim. It's like you're looking at someone who's a hostage in a bank vault and you're saying they should have left. You can't forget about that. So instead of placing the blame on the hostage, let's look at the person with the gun. Let's look at the person doing the criminal behavior. Let's look at the person doing the violence.
I think we need to get to the point where we no longer blame the victims of domestic violence. I love this story, not because your client endured 20 years of abuse, but because you were able to get justice for her in the end. And I'm going to broadcast this episode to, help shine some light on domestic violence and how it can go undetected for decades.
And even with a supportive, loving family, with a career, even with all of that, it could still go undetected. And a woman who is a victim could be living with what would be unthinkable or unspeakable.